Hi everyone, in this lesson I'm going to show you how to create a catchy and attention-getting headline. Now this may be one of the most important parts of your overall ad because this is what's going to get the reader's attention and make sure that they can do something about your ad. So when you're thinking about headlines, this can be extremely tricky. Now remember, if you're designing an ad, you may actually not be responsible for this part of the ad. A copywriter may give this to you. But I find that it's really important to understand how headlines work. So if you're ever caught in the situation of having to design the entire ad and develop the copy as well, you have some tools for you to do that. The great thing about this set of tips that I'm about to give you is that you can use these for virtually any writing situation that you may come across. Especially think about blog headlines that you're trying to think of. I run into this all the time, so the tips that I have here actually go beyond just print design, and what's cooler than that, right? So here's a few things to get you started. It's not as hard as you think it is because I have a formula for you that is going to help you a lot. Now when you have your ad, you have an overall idea already. You know what it is that you're trying to sell, whether it be an event or a service or a product. So that part you already know, and you may already have a little backstory of what exactly it is, so that will help you when you're crafting your headline. So from there it's just a matter of using a formula that will help you put words to that and create that attention-getting headline. So what you're going to start with, more than likely with your headline, is either going to be a number or a trigger word. Now a number is just what that is, it's a number, 1 through whatever. And you see this a lot, especially online with blog posts where people are using numbers, 5 ways to do whatever, right? So that's a scenario for that situation. And that could work for an ad. If you have something, say limited product or limited tickets or an event, a number may work for that. A trigger word is also common. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Now, I will say that probably why or how is the most common use of those trigger words. You probably won't use who too much. You probably won't use what too much either. But the how and the why you can use quite a bit for your trigger word. Now one thing to keep in mind is that your trigger word and your number are probably not going to use those together. So you're going to want to choose one over the other for your headline and see how that works. Now, after you have a number and a trigger word figured out, the next part is to think about an adjective. Now this is crucial. There are so many different adjectives out there, so really there's no rule of which ones to use, but make sure that it is effective and goes along with what your ad is trying to say, and that may require a trip to your thesaurus for some ideas and using words that you may not have thought about. After your adjective, you're going to want a keyword. This keyword is going to describe what exactly you're selling, so what is it? So that keyword is going to be identifiable by a large audience that you're trying to target with this ad. And it can be creative, it could be humorous, it could be straightforward, it could be very serious. It just depends on what it is that you're trying to sell. And the final part of this is your promise. Now this is super important because this is going to take a rather mundane or run-of-the-mill headline and amp it up, because this is going to be individual to whatever it is that you're selling, and it will be unique to that. So when you're thinking about what the promise can be, first of all, it has to be something that you're going to deliver or the company is going to deliver. So you may not be able to just make this up, but think about what that promise is, because that's going to make the viewer go, yeah, I want to get on board with whatever this is. So let's see this in action with a couple of examples. First, let's go ahead and use a trigger word. Let's just pick one. And you're going to see, using this formula, how easy it is to just draft headlines on the fly, which is what I'm going to do right now. So, for example, let's say that we have a product. I'm just going to base it on design. So we're going to design an ad. So my product is actually going to sell a course on ad design. So basically that's what we know. We have a course on ad design. So let's amp this up with a catchy headline. So we're going to talk about how. The reason how works is because when you're designing a course that you're going to sell a course, it's a how-to, it's education. So how fits really well with that, because obviously it implies that you're going to have a how-to. All right, so we have how as our trigger word. Now after that, we need to find a really catchy adjective. So if you're thinking about designing something and you're looking at a course, what is going to sell you on buying this course? Well, if you're going to design something and you're under pressure, okay, that happens a lot. You're in the middle of something, you have a project coming up, you've never done it before, or you need a little bit of extra instruction on how to do something. So let's think about quick, okay? So we're going to quickly do something. So with that, we're going to learn how to do something, but we're going to learn how to do it pretty quick. So that's what we're going to use. And then from there, we have the keyword. The keyword is just print ad. That is what it is that we're going to do. We're going to design a print ad. So with that, we have a promise now that we have to figure out. So if I was thinking about this, we have how to design a print ad, and we're going to do it very quickly for you. So let's add on to that quick that we already are looking to have this course do. And in order to do a design pretty quickly, let's just throw a curveball in there and say you only need one image to do that. So the promise is that you can design this ad quickly with one image. So what is our final headline? How to quickly design a print ad with one image. Now, you put that all together and that sounds pretty compelling. That may not talk to you, it just depends on what your needs are, but just looking at it for what it is, how to quickly design a print ad with one image, that's pretty compelling. And you can use that in a lot of different formats, especially with your print ad. Let's do one more example. This time we're going to use a number. All right, so pick a random number 5. Okay, this time we're going to go a little bit broader with our product that we're selling, and we're going to talk about how to start your business. That's a pretty big topic. People love that. They're always looking to start their business and they need tips on how to do that. So we're going to do something where we're offering in this ad, we're going to offer something where you can go around the number 5. All right, and we're going to start our own business. So let's put this headline together. All right, we have the number 5. From there, we need an adjective. So if we're starting our business, words that speak to a business owner, there's a lot in here, but the word essential is a great adjective. So we're going to use the word essential. So we have 5 something essential. Okay, we have 5 essential something. So what is the key word that we're going to use here? Well, let's go ahead and say ideas. We have 5 essential ideas to start your business. So that's pretty good. 5, I can get my head around that. That's not going to take all day to learn, and I can look at 5 essential ideas, and that's very compelling to me. So we have 5 essential ideas to start your business. Now, where's the promise? Again, a promise can be timely or it can be something. So you can give something away with your promise, or you can promise somebody time. And time is such a crucial thing. So let's go ahead and say you have 5 essential ideas to start your business in one day. So you can start your business virtually in 24 hours with these 5 essential ideas. Now, what are they? I would love to know what they are. So you're designing the ad. It's not really up to you to follow through with the promise, but you hope that whatever your product is that you're selling actually follows through with that promise. But again, 5 essential ideas to start your business in one day. What a great catchy headline. So there's 2 ways that you can create a very catchy headline on the fly in a matter of minutes with you're just using a number or a trigger word, an adjective, a keyword, and a promise. Use that formula and you'll have a catchy headline in no time. So let's go ahead and move on to our next lesson and combine this catchy headline with a compelling image.